records, George Michael, anything.
That's my boy!
Wimp.
I don't know why, but something is wrong.
Rule Britannia.
The TV is crazy and the truth has gone. I might be crazy, but I think we're done. There are people out there who are adverse to fun.
Communism is king.
It's on your news. Even your neighbor has been here. You can see it on YouTube. It's time to shine a light. All the things they don't want you. Tom Generation Next. Oh, it's what's coming next. Tom Generation Next.
Commander Worf, don't be a cunt.
I'm having such a good time.
Kill everyone on the bridge.
Having a ball.
Fuck you, Mr. Rascal.
My name is Owen Jones, a renowned drama queen, pseudo-intellectual and champagne socialist.
That's for people.
What can I do? People know the truth.
Shut the fuck up.
It's true. That's why we gotta shine a light. Oh, shine a light, shine a light. We gotta shine a light. Oh, yeah. Together forever. Yeah. Tom Generation Next. Oh, it's what's coming next. Tom Generation Next. Yeah. Tom Generation Next. The Unity Channel. Zero News to now. Tom Generation Next. It's gonna shine a light. With you. Generation X.
Good afternoon on this, is it morning or morning or afternoon, whatever the hell it is, on this not particularly warm May day, yeah, not particularly warm at all. Yesterday it started off like this though and it got a little bit better. I'm Tom Fury, this is Zero News. Don't worry, it's not going to be another big drama stream. I'm sure that's probably what most people would come over for, but I can't really be bothered with that. But there are a couple of things I want to say. I won't name the person because I actually have some respect for them, even if they don't seem to show the same for me. Just let's say someone came over to my channel to tell me how disappointed in me they were. You know who you are. And I'd just like to say that they then listed a load of arguments that were true of things weeks and weeks ago when I tried to broker the peace in the first place. Talking about all that. Couldn't even be bothered to look at the videos, or to look at my videos, look at the other videos, to see what I was actually complaining about. And this is the problem. Choosing sides as arbitrary prerequisites without even considering the arguments being made. All you care about is the people making them, and if they're popular enough, or if they're your friend. So that person that's disappointed in me, I'm so sorry, but you came armed with a fucking cap gun, yeah? And you fired all the wrong fucking bullets for the wrong gun in the wrong direction. Because you chose a side rather than spend your time looking at the things that would have been there to show you why I was annoyed. But instead it's, oh, you don't like him having a political opinion. No problem with political opinions. Listen, some of the people on my channel watch Paul Thorpe's channel, they watch both. Got no issue with that, that's normal. That's what happens in the movement. When those people get spoken down to, or sold to, that's my business. It makes it my business. And I've had to quote a person, hold my nose and take it. Because I sort of felt like I agreed to something, because I tried to set up a be still. It's about to hold my nose and take it. But what I have tried to do is I've tried to go and put videos that politically disagree, if necessary, and that's what I've tried to stick to. And so, other than the one argument that was so out of date, and then I was told I was so how disappointed this person was in me, well, I might have taken that on good faith, except you were talking complete nonsense from weeks ago. You hadn't even bothered to look. And you think you're disappointed to come and speak to me like that. You're the one person I might have actually listened to. And then you come like that, empty-handed, just with opinions based on things you haven't even seen. And you're disappointed. And you're disappointed. And the only reason I don't put a big F you at the end of that is, like I said, because I actually do have some respect for you. And for the other person in your life, I've still got a lot of respect for. So, with that over and done with, I will also say, yeah, my language can be a bit foul. And I'll say a few things about that. One, I did ask people on the channel, do you want me to run it for a filter? Because you can run it for a filter, it takes a few seconds, beep, 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 and it just beeps it all out. Nobody said yes. Secondly, it's a weak shield to hide behind. It's like the grammar police. If you want to hide behind my language, that's fine. You can mention my language, but where's the argument against what I'm saying? Where is it? Oh, you need your mouth washed out. Yeah, but where's the argument to what I'm saying? There isn't one. Grow up isn't an argument. See, all they can do is name call, fact make in their head, as in, oh, I believe this. Oh, you don't want somebody else talking about politics, do you? What the fuck? That is just, it's not even funny, it's ignorant. It's actually ignorant to come and stick your fucking oar in, have your free speech, go, 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 and not even know what the fuck you're talking about. Unbelievable. Thank you for the support for the people that come over, by the way, because being the person that fucking spearheads the fucking truth at times means you get the lashback, yeah? You do get it. And I feel even worse for Vin, because he tried putting a word in for me, and then he's getting shit on his channel. He didn't even make the fucking videos, I did. You got a problem, you fucking come to me. You got a fucking problem, you come to me. Remember, just make it very fucking clear for everybody. My only friend is the truth. I don't give a fuck for who you are. That's the problem that people don't get. They want me to take sides. How many times have I told you no? How many times have I said, no, I'm not doing that? Because they are sides, exactly that, they're sides. The other thing as well is that, look, I'm seeing it from other people now. Other people are beginning to realise what the target audience is for this particular person to go after. We're all seeing the target audience now, so it's not just in my head, so I know that for sure. So, it's fine. I see what's going on, and see, the thing of it is, a lot of people want to treat me a certain way, and they don't realise that I know a lot more what's going on behind the back than you realise. And I see the snaking and the manoeuvring. And you mark my words. You mark my words. Positions will be filled with certain names that you'll go, and then when it happens, you still make excuses for them. He's canvassing for a job. And he's using you to get there. But you know what? If you don't want to be helped, fuck you. I'm sorry to everybody else that does. But to these people that fine. But what I can see is a salesman selling. Not your best friend giving you advice like you're acting like. Fine. Fine. If you want to keep calling out YouTube channels, will I shut my mouth? Well, I fuck. If I feel like I want to answer back, I'll answer back. He's doing it. He's got the bigger channel. He's more popular. Therefore, you think he gets away with it. You think he gets away. Oh, he didn't name your channel. No. No, he did what anybody smart would do. I say smart. It's an obvious move, but smart enough. and that's he didn't name the channels. He just said all the YouTubers. Because and this is the crazy thing. So what was the argument levied against me is that I didn't like people making up their own mind, and I didn't want people to make their own mind up for a vote, and that he was just trying to bring people together. What did I say in my videos? I've got no right to tell you who to vote for, and neither has anyone else. That was the core fucking message. That was the core fucking message. That was number one part of the message. Number two part of it was, I've sucked it up. I've said nothing. Said nothing again. Then I've tried to only talk about the political parts. So it's not personal attack, but you just can't help it. I know why. Everybody involved with YouTube knows why. Again, you believe him only because he tells you something. Paul Thorpe says white is white. You say, all right, sir, because you've got a big channel and we believe everything you say. Fine. But then stop telling me what a rational guy I am and everything else and all the rest of it. It's like, well, like, a lot of people didn't like you see me angry. It's the passion that's very much fucking missing from this movement that used to be here all the time, because we actually gave a shit. Not about reform, not about the Conservatives, not about anybody. We gave a shit about each other and about the fucking country. That's the argument I've been making. What is wrong with that fucking argument? I've been arguing for communities to come closer together. I've been arguing against the Green Party. All I've been saying to people to do is, one, please go out and vote, because I think people won't. And two, pick the right-wing candidate most likely to fucking win. That's it. I'm not acting like I'm part of a political party, am I? I mean, literally, the thumbnails. Just look at the fucking thumbnails. Reform. He's going. He even let something slip on a live stream the other night. Nothing to do with me. I got told about it, so it's not gospel. But it's just like, yeah, he's pushing for a thing with reform, and that's fine. I don't mind that. It's the lack of transparency again. It's that he's making out this is all for your best interests. He doesn't give a fuck. I'm sorry. I'm not going to go on about this again. I said I wasn't going to. I'm not going to. I'm just saying. If you want to be sold to, fine. He's a double glazing fucking window salesman. Ex-watch salesman. When you keep telling people proudly, I've been a salesman for 40 years, everybody says, well done, and doesn't listen to what they're being told. I listen, and despite what many think, when me and Paul sat down on that interview that day, when you thought I was all trying to get all under his skin and everything, I actually listened to every word he said. And even that, he couldn't stick to half of it. I wrote to him via email. I thought it was really, really cool afterwards. I thought it was really nice, really, really nice. And then he just severed those emails shut and just shut me out. I was like, oh, okay, this is the real guy. Even then, still didn't take offence. We're not friends. Why would he want to keep talking to me? It's not a problem. I go my way, I go his. That was ages ago. So I go my way, he go his. Fine. We're all, that's fine. As long as the piece has been broken, it doesn't matter. And by the way, I don't want to drag Richard into this. I don't think he's got fuck all to do with any of this, by the way. I think this is all on one guy. I truly, truly do. But what I'll say is, yeah, my language may be bad, but you wish you were 100 more like me with this kind of passion, because they're missing. There's only a few of us left. Everybody else is happy monetizing your misery. They don't give a fuck. There's some people out there that really give a fuck, and people try and mark off areas. Like, nobody gives a shit in the UTK. Well, some people do, actually. Nobody gives a shit on this side of YouTubers here, but some do actually. Do you know what I mean? It's constant blanketing of people, and that's why I won't take sides, because I'm tired. I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of the stupid fucking games. A lot of you keep saying to me, what's going on with certain channels and why are they getting such big guests on? Well, I'll tell you why, because I've got someone stood behind them calling the shots. That's why. It's so fucking obvious. The trouble is, I say it's obvious to me because I've been around a while and I've seen the wheels turn. I know how the fucking bread's made. And sorry, but there's just no helping some people. And that's all I'm trying to do, is help people. You know? Yeah, I've got a passionate way about going about me. Like I say, you wish you had 100 people with that passion, but you don't. So, yeah, I swear a bit, because I care. I don't give a shit about Paul Thorpe's politics. I don't give a shit most of what he says on this channel, as long as he leaves me out of it, which he didn't. By proxy, you're just calling out all YouTubers. He didn't, you know, you should have just said who he meant, if that's what he meant. And don't troll this if the cat fits shit, yeah? Because at the end of the day, you're calling out every YouTuber, fuck you. Because the other thing as well is that, why should they cover what you want? And that's the thing. So, what the charge that's been levied against me is I'm sort of telling him what to think, what politics he can talk about, and no. That's the accusation I'm making, dummies. To the people that have said that to me, unbelievable. Like, that's how I know you haven't watched the videos. That's how I know you haven't watched the videos. Do you think that I'm the one who doesn't like the idea of what was it? Don't like the idea of people coming together and voting together. What the that's insane. My point, politically, my point was that originally it was that he's mentioning reform, and in certain areas there won't be any reform candidates. Certain areas reform haven't got a chance of winning. So what do you do then? You go for your next best right-wing candidate, right? There's some people that can't bring themselves to vote reform. So what could they do? They could vote for the next best right-wing candidate. I would make the argument that by me saying that, I'm offering to take more, except I don't have the big platform, I'm offering to take more votes off the Greens than he is. Because he's backing one party, I'm backing almost any party that can take fucking votes off him. Like, it's, yeah, I really don't know what to do for you. I don't know how to help you. I don't know what to say to you if you can't see the sale that's being done. I don't know if he's doing it alone, or if there's a big shift to get us all to go to reform. We'll find that out in the coming months. It's either going to be him that keeps on about reform as he joins them, or there'll be others that will start to talk about it, and we'll see that the whole thing's shifting towards that. I don't know which it is at the moment. I'm not fucking Nostradamus. It's either him or them, and I don't know which. I imagine just him. And that's fine. That's fine. Get some fucking transparency. Stop going on and on at people and then making out like, oh no, I'm just trying to stop the Greens. No, you're trying to advance your career. It's just, like I say, they come out here, and you as I said, my friend is the truth. And if you're not on the side of that, then I ain't got time to protect you. And I'm certainly not going to go out of my way to keep my mouth shut for you. If you want to play games, well, let's play games. I've got nothing to lose. But the truth of it is that I actually don't plan to go on a Paul Thorpe hate session with videos. Believe it or not, I do have better things to do. But if any cunt out there thinks that I have to shut my mouth, or what's the saying? Hold my nose. Here's the crazy thing that you don't even realise. On the one hand, he's telling you to hold your nose. On the other hand, he's telling you, I know people inside there. It's good people. It's a good party. Well, which is it? Hold your nose, or it's a good party? You don't see the contradictions, and they're right in front of you. How can I help you? How can I help people who are not thinking for themselves? That's all I've ever encouraged. Critical thinking, self-evaluation. Thinking for yourself. What did I say to you about the votes? I can't tell you what to do. It's not my vote, it's your vote. It's your private vote. It's the one fucking of the few sanctities we have left in this country. And it's yours. It's not mine to dictate to you. I don't mind anybody coming up with suggestions. I don't mind anybody even spreading their brand of politics. But he's been on it like a, what would you call it? Like a counsellor. Like a counsellor. And you have to ask what's in it for you. Don't tell me it's a safe Britain. Because all he's trying to do is get reform candidates in seats. Ready for the general election. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'll be honest with you, I don't really give a bucket of piss as long as the Greens don't get in. That's the truth. Like, I realise that reform might be the best voting option in some places. And if you want to stop the Greens getting in, that makes perfect sense. If that's what you want to do. I know some people can't bring themselves to vote reform. Me personally, I'm on the wall at the moment. But probably I'd vote them to slow it down rather than just letting the Greens get in, if I'm honest. So we're essentially sending the same message. It's just mine doesn't slag off other YouTubers and accuse them of not saying the things that I've actually said over and over and over and over again, and as of other YouTubers. So when you get accused, it's like anything in life. When you get accused of something that you're guilty of, you kind of react a certain way, all right? When you get accused of, I don't know about you, when you get accused of something you're not guilty of, it makes me want to fucking make someone's skull look different. And that's what happened. So many times of just hearing, oh, nobody's talking about the Greens, you YouTubers need to sort it out and all this shit. Okay, if you want to keep pushing that button, you're going to get a response. And that's what he wants. You don't realise that he sat and told you to your face, I don't have the numbers you think. He doesn't. His channel is 300,000, right? He shouldn't be punching down and having a go at us YouTubers. Something that you've all conveniently forgot. He shouldn't be punching down on small YouTubers. I was leaving him alone. But he started punching down again. You do not do that. But his channel is probably about the same size as, it's hard to tell, but I would say sort of Dino Baines in terms of active, maybe a bit bigger, but in terms of active subscribers, still a lot, still a good channel. Like, yeah, still a good channel. But my point being is he wasn't lying. Like, amazes me, when he lies you don't see it, and when he doesn't lie he was telling the truth about his channel and about how fucked it is. That's just what drives me crazy. When he lies you don't see it, when he tells the truth you don't see it. So he's sparking up drama with other creators, and then people are coming to me with arguments that literally from weeks ago, when we were falling out on that. Like, I got over that weeks ago. So to bring in all that stuff at my face today, it's literally irrelevant. I'm responding to his videos that he's been making back for the last week, but the particular two where he keeps calling out the YouTubers that I've seen. So, talking about stuff that happened weeks ago is irrelevant. I'm talking about right now. That's it, right now. I've come on here to tell the truth as best as I can, as I've always said. It will always be opinion, and when fact can be produced, it will be. But it is just opinion. I would never say, listen to everything I say, do what I say. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm just not. Because I don't think I know it all, and I don't think I've got all the fucking answers. I wish I had. I don't. But I'll tell you one thing I'll do. I will run this fucking channel into the ground. I will destroy it before I'll come on here and start lying for people. I'll destroy it before I come on here and start defending people that are literally lying to you, or at least not being straight with you, I will fucking burn it to the ground myself before I sell out that part of my soul. I swear to you, I will ground this fucking channel now rather than do that. My job here is to try and tell the truth as best as I see fit. If someone else wants to interfere with that, well, I'm trying off to go and do my own thing, that's up to them. But they may get my attention. He got my attention. Deal with it. The fact of it is, I have got my mind on other stuff, and I'm trying to get it done. Because there is... Yeah, we've made it all about the May elections, and it's just got everybody's blinkers on, so they're looking that far ahead at the moment. You got, and this is something I should have said last night, and that is, it's a tinderbox over here, and if you're not living over here, you ain't got to worry about that, and you also can't feel it. There's certain places in this country are different. Some are ready to blow, some aren't. But advising people to vote reform, cool. Telling people you think it'd be good, cool. Nagging on and on them every day, not so cool, because people's tempers are flaring over here, as you may have noticed. Mine included, because we're all going through a rough time. And I'm not saying if you're out of England you can't have an opinion, because that would be stupid. What I'm saying is you don't know what it's like down here on the streets. You don't. And, you know, that goes for anybody who's away, by the way. Nobody's free of that. You don't know what it's like on the streets every day. You should be very careful about calling people to action. You should be very careful about how much pressure you put on people. Because right now, people feel pressured to fuck. Some people are ready to fucking burst internally. Some are ready to hurt somebody. And what I'm saying is, careful, careful. Yeah, we're pushing people. Careful, careful. We don't know what it'll be. Like, as I said, there's a real scary chance that there is going to be a big apathy from voters our side. And I understand it, but it scares the life out of me. So there's a big opportunity here for the Greens to really smash some seats down, except for the ones that they're never going to win. Right? They are coming. And if you get people too wound up, this is not, I'm going to go at Paul Thorpe now, I'm just talking, just forget Thorpe. You get people too wound up, generally speaking, and then we get thrashed in these elections, as it looks like we're probably going to. What happens then? What happens if it kicks off? There's no point saying to people then, well, you should have gone out and voted. It's too late, they've kicked off. And you may think that's a bit over the top. No, like, that's the country we're living in now. We don't know what it's going to... We don't know if a general election's going to kick it off. We don't know if the results of a general election's going to kick it off. We don't know if it's going to be something the Prime Minister says it's going to kick it off. We don't know if it's going to be a stabbing in the streets that kicks it off. We have no idea. But everybody can feel the tension rising. Everybody can feel the tension building. It is not nice to be here. It is not nice to be here at the moment. And we're talking about party politics like it's just another year in politics. No, it's not. No, it's not. And I think the reason you'll find a lot of people are disengaged is because they're focused on fucking general election. So I know they probably should be more aware of the local elections, but the fact of it is that's where their mind is. Because they are sick to death of certain people. So yeah, but it's good to do videos to remind them that, hey, these local elections are important, and hey, you know, go and vote for people. Oh, that's cool. What I'm saying is this place is a pressure cooker. A lot of places are. And while you're playing your silly games of how can I get into reform, other people, you know, are over here really feeling the bite. And in all sincerity, I don't give a fuck what any of you believe. I care about you. And I don't care if you believe me or not. I truly don't. I don't. My beliefs do not require you to believe them. If that makes sense. My beliefs are embedded. They do not require somebody else's approval. They do require some facts and evidence. But they don't require other people's approval. If people want me to stick to a narrative, I'm going to keep upsetting people because it's just not what I do. But I don't like to use the "he started it" fucking argument because it is childish. But I took 2 friendly fire shots and then decided to respond. What's wrong with that? How many should I take in the back before I turn around and defend myself? It's fucking pathetic. Hey Lee, how you doing, mate? Alright guys, so remember, only going to get a third of the chat come through ish. See, there you go. I'm being dramatic for no reason. But then you said, hang on. Oh, fuck's sake. So you watched the videos, did you? So you know all about, alright, you know all about the stuff that's going on internally, behind, you know all about Paul's story, do you? And you know, in those videos, him calling out YouTubers, that was totally okay, was it? It's just okay for him to call them out, but when we respond, that is dramatic. So what you're saying is he's allowed to do it, but I'm not. Correct? Okay, as long as we've got that, Paul can do it, but Tom can't because he's got a smaller channel and he's less popular. Okay, that's fine. Thanks for letting me know that. I understand where I am in the chain now. Being dramatic. Being dramatic is making a big thing out of nothing, not defending yourself against fucking attacks, and not trying to defend the people you care about against fucking salesman 100 trying to do a number on them. At the end of the day, he's got his free speech. He can do what he wants with it, and I'm doing what I want with mine. You want to call it dramatic, you can call it what you want. At the end of the day, dramatic, grow up. You're swearing too much. You're still just name calling. There's no real arguments being made to me because you don't even know what you're fucking talking about. That's the truth. And that's what's so frustrating being in my position. I know how much I know. I know how much I don't know too. But you've got no idea. You truly don't. But you shouldn't need to. You shouldn't need to know behind the scenes stuff. It's right in front of your face. The worst of it is, I didn't even want to make this video today, to be honest with you. I'm only making this video now to take some flack off of Vin's channel because I think he's getting unfairly fucking targeted for my words. Otherwise, I wasn't even going to bother with this video. I don't give 2 fucks, to be honest. I said what I needed to say. I don't really feel like I needed to say anything else. I'm making this video simply to get the fucking target exactly where it should be, and that's back on me. I'm the one that said it. I'm the one that reacted. And yeah, that's the only thing, even when I was making the video, I was disappointed in myself for reacting. Because it's what he wanted. And that was the one and only thing I was disappointed in myself for giving him the reaction that he wanted. That's the only thing. But you can try and dress me up as a bad guy as much as you want. Time will fucking show. Time will tell. Not saying I can't make mistakes, can't saying I can't be wrong. The difference with me is I won't squirm out of them and make excuses for them. If I make a mistake, I'll stand here, look you straight in the face and say, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I fucked up. How many times have you seen anybody else do that? Only a couple of people I know. Everybody else has to squirm and school their way out. I wouldn't, I would just apologise. Because I'm not trying to be a politician. Where politicians can never be seen as being wrong, right? Just like AI products from Google. Can't see to be seen to be wrong, so they lie. Seems that salesmen have the same trait. Who would have thought AI and salesmen would have been so similar? Okay, I'm joking. But my point being is I'm being dramatic. And all I'm doing is responding. So how many videos should I let him just keep attacking for then, before I'm allowed to respond? Oh right, I've got 1,000, so what? If I let him do it, say 30,000 times, does that make me then able to do it? Or where is the rule on this that you've written? Because we always like to strictly adhere to the rules we make up as we go along, don't we? Good morning, Tina. Good morning, Beats and Tapes. Good to see you. So I didn't really want to talk about this today. I was going to actually just touch on this and leave. But here we go. I probably should have switched on. But I was just going to touch on this and leave. It really wasn't in my mind to be going on about this. I felt like I said what I needed to say. Let me just go through your comments. Everyone to be on this side or be their enemy. Exactly, beats and tapes. And I'm not doing it. I'm not playing their stupid games. Whilst I keep taking sides and jumping to people's tunes, you are literally not being independent, you're not being free, and you're not being honest. Is that what you want of me? What's the point of me being here just to make up the numbers to be another fucking liar? Hey Tina, good to see you. There's also as well, did you see, is it Andy Gabby Cabby or something? He says that he got offered, I don't know if it was money or whatever, by Reform to sing their praises. There's been a load of people coming out of the woodwork, out of nowhere, to suddenly start singing Reform's praises. I'm not linking Paul Thorpe to that, I'm saying, what's going on? Why are influencers being offered monetary deals to sing Reform's praises right now? There's something going on. Go and check out Andy the Gabby Cabby. Yeah, go and check it out. He's not the only one making the claim. Why? That claim is not an erroneous one. People are coming out of the woodwork to say the same thing. Now, obviously, you're going to get copycats after that. But the first few, I believe them. Now, why? What is going on? Suddenly, I'm seeing forums filling up full of people suddenly talking about Reform. Are they bots? Are they real? I don't know. But I feel a lot of manipulation going on. I told you. I see patterns and I see things. I may not know what they are, but there is something shifting. There is something happening. People are up to something. Now, I've got no facts to back that up. That is just a feeling and a perception that I have of things. Can't prove that. That's why no names, nothing. But something is going on. I feel like we're being goat herded to the centre of politics. Or something like that. Or it's a solo mission. I don't know which. I don't know which. I truly don't. There's no point me doing what everybody else does and just filling the gaps in with what I think. Because what I think doesn't matter. But something's going on. People don't just make up stories about being offered money like that. Especially people like him who's got a good reputation. I'm talking about people with good reputations suddenly saying things like that. Doesn't happen. Never seen it before. Hey Lee, good to see you, buddy. Hey English lass. Cheers, Lee. Panic is real. Yeah, it is real. No way. No, you don't have to be sorry. Exactly, yeah. They're panicking. Exactly, you got to stick up for yourself, exactly. I'm not going to be bullied into shutting my mouth by any of these people that have got no better argument than, I haven't watched any of your videos or Paul's, and so I'm going to talk about stuff that's 3 weeks old, or grow up, or you're swearing too much, or you don't want people to make up their own minds. That's exactly the message I gave, dum-dums. Like, if anybody's saying that, they're literally not watching the videos, they're just going off headlines. Or other people's, yeah? I ain't got time for people like that. So I just think, yeah, I'm not going to be bullied, and that's what people don't understand, right? You've got a 300,000 channel. Keep going on about us YouTubers, and we need to be speaking about this, and we need to be speaking about that, and we're not doing enough about this, and we're not doing enough about that. Funny how nobody remembers those quotes, isn't it? Funny how they've forgotten that, yet they claim to have watched the videos. If you watch the videos, then you're deliberately leaving that out. Then you're deliberately leaving that out, or you haven't watched the videos. It's one or the other. And it's constantly telling people what content they should and shouldn't have been making, even though we've been making that very same content anyway. The only thing that we haven't been doing is going reform, 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 because we don't want a job. That's it. You know, that's what drives me crazy. The messages were essentially the same. There was no reason really to fall out. It's just that he was going for reform. I was saying any right-wing candidate. There was no reason to fall out. But he had to do the call out, didn't he? That's what I'm trying. People are fucking suckers. They really are. He did it deliberately. And the only tactical mistake I made was answering. But I knew that when I did it. Yeah, but he did it deliberately. And if you can't see it, that's on you. I know how it goes. You'll go, well, why would you do it deliberately when you've only got 1,000 people on your channel? Because he knew other channels would respond. He knew it would get the traffic up. He knows how YouTube works. So do I. It starts a chain of events. Other people will start talking to. And they'll go to his channel to check out to see what his reply is. And he's on there live today already. Ready for it. Yeah? And it's just round and round and round. I know the game. Sorry if you don't. But I've been on YouTube for 8 years. You can't be on here for that long and not pick up a few things about the way people use it. And if you haven't done it, then I'm sorry, but you don't know. And it's not me saying, oh, I know more than you. I'm sorry, if you haven't done it, then you don't know. You don't know. And it's important that you do. It's why I'm one of the very few creators that's kept opening up my creator studio to you guys, to show you the messages that we get sent, the way that we get told to advertise, everything. I've opened it up to you many times to try and show you. To try and show you what they are rewarding. I'm one of the very few people to ever do it. But I do, because I've got no embarrassment. I've got nothing to hide, so I show it. And yeah, they reward you for bad behaviour. And I just don't think you realise this. I showed you on a graph of my own videos, the drama streams, how well they do. And they shouldn't. Everybody says, oh, I'm sick to death of this drama. But then every single person that says that is on every single channel watching them and giving them views. And I can see that in the analytics. So then the next accusation is, well, then that means you're doing it deliberately for the views. No, as I said, I'm biting my fucking tongue. Trying not to. Trying not to. Because I really did want a peace. I knew it wasn't going to be, hey, we're all friends at the end of this. You can't expect that. It was just simply, can we get on with the job at hand? That's it. Can we get on with the job at hand? Worrying about the country. And I made a promise to someone, which I've now broken, that I wasn't going to keep slagging off other YouTubers. Right, and I've broken that now. But I thought it was going to be a two-way thing. I said the only thing I might not attack Paul for, but what was the word? Pick him up on is politics. And you're allowed to have political differences. That's, that doesn't harm anyone, and that doesn't divide anybody. Political discourse helps people make decisions. So that part I had no problem with. This is what people just don't get. If he wants to tell you to vote for reform and it's genuine, and if that's what he really believes, then no problem with that. But he's literally launched a fucking campaign. If you can't see that, then I can't help you. I can't help you. But if you think that, and I don't know if you can actually block a channel from coming up on your feed, if it's possible, but I'm going to try. Because if you think that this hasn't taken time away from much more important things, you're fucking wrong. But like I said, I saw Vin getting flack for shit that he doesn't deserve, because it was me that did it. And so I decided to come on here today and get that flack back where it fucking belongs, and call you all cunts to the people that it applies to, so that you can fucking understand it's me that said it. You want a piece of someone, come and get a piece of me. Leave other people out of it. All they did was try and explain to you in a calm and sensible manner what was going on. You still didn't listen. Like I said, I will run this channel into the ground before I get fucking bullied, told what to say, told what to do, told who to side with. And what winds me up is so much I don't say, because I can't really. But I know people I know people all over the place you'd be surprised that I talk to. We're not on the same, what's the word, team anymore. It doesn't mean we can't talk. And we talk all the time. I don't have this problem with other people. I just don't. Do you know what, even Richard, me and Richard are cool now. Whatever, you know, whatever he's done in the past, he's done. But I'm fine. It's only this one person that just can't leave it alone. I'm not even that wound up about him. Like I say, I'm more trying to catch flack and say, yeah, you're a cunt. And I don't even really mean that, but I'm prepared to say it just to fucking get people's attention, get them to throw their comments at me. Grow up. Oh wow, it was a really good argument, well thought out, highly articulate outburst. Oh, you're swearing too much. Another highly articulate outburst. Those aren't arguments. Those are people throwing toys out prams. Do you not understand that? I see that. Like, the other pattern that we see over time using YouTube, and this is all of us YouTubers, is we see the difference between someone laughing, someone pretending to laugh, someone throwing the toys out the prams, someone coming at you with no argument whatsoever, so they just say an insult. Seen it all. 1,000,000 times. Even seeing the ones that come in with the really gracious argument that sounds all what's the word? Like they're coming in good faith. And then they say all the stupid shit that anybody else says, just in a more grandiose way. And it's just like, give me a break. Give me a break. Seen it all before. Seen it all before. The threats, the violent threats. And this is what you don't understand as well, you see. The violent threats over dissing your boy, yeah, is what makes me doubly as angry. Because then I think, right, now I will go to town. You want to threaten me? Okay. We'll see if that stops me. So you've got that to take into account as well. I will not be bullied. I will not be told what to do. You find anybody in this movement that can do it without a gun or without knocking me the fuck out, you show me to him. You show me anybody can do it, you know. Like I said, I'm married to the truth. For as far as we can even associate what is true anymore, because it's getting more and more difficult. And that means, in some ways, sadly, having no friends. Because corruption is, at essence, the lowest form of corruption is helping a friend who's undeserving over someone who is. Isn't it? And that's why I say, in some ways, got no friends. In some ways. Because if you want to tell the truth, you've got to be prepared at any moment to turn your audience against you, to turn your family against you, to turn everybody against you in the pursuit of saying something honest. That's the truth. And believe me, there's no one that sits and thinks about that more than me. Sits and thinks, oh fuck, oh god. I don't like finding the truth sometimes. Because I think, oh fuck, here we go. It's going to be me. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen too often. But yeah, like, in some ways, that person's right. Yeah, it is a bit all dramatic. But who drags it out? Like, my videos were done last night. Who drags it out? Who keeps on and on and on and on about it now? Like, if you really wanted me to shut up, you'd shut up. Now, before you jump in and say, oh, you don't jump on my free speech, I just said if you wanted me to shut up, you just give me no time of day. That would work, you know. That's what's so crazy about people when they think that us creators are too stupid to understand when we've got the numbers right in front of us. When there's drama, people come in droves like fucking lemmings heading for a cliff. Yeah? That's just a fact. And it's actually a sad fact, because when you're trying to get a serious message out there, when you've put a lot of time into more intricate videos that really cover politics, people don't come for them. That's frustrating. But it's life. As a YouTuber, you can't take offense to it. You know, you've got to do better. You've got to do better. That's all I tell myself. Every time I make a video like that doesn't do well, I think, well, you've got to do better. You've got to do better. You know? And that's what I try and do. I try and do better. That's all we can do. But doing better isn't running with the pack. Doing better is trying to be an individual and trying to see things from your own point of view. And I don't like people being goat herded. especially if they're not aware of it. Like I said, I said those videos yesterday. That was really all I needed to say. And I feel like people can make up, as I said, people can make up their own minds. I'm not here to tell people what to think. I'm here to ask one thing. Please think for yourselves. That's it. And I don't have the right to even ask that, but I'm asking it out of your goodwill. Please think for yourselves. Don't do something because somebody else told you to. And most of you probably won't anyway. You just do things for yourself. And if you vote for reform, fine, you vote reform. Right? There's no skin off my nose. That's what people have missed in all this. I don't give a shit. Like, they're all bad choices. I can just see what's going on, that's all. So, but my extra message was, if you're going to go and vote, then you've got to go to the nearest to right wing in your area. And that may not be, there may not be no reform candidates. If there's no reform candidates, well, you need to look at, again, the people who are most likely to win on the right. If that's an independent, so be it. If that's a conservative, sucks, but so be it. No worse than reform. They're basically conservatives 2.0. It's just a sound, if you're talking about tactical voting, which honestly I think, you talk about making up dramas, yeah? I think the drama over this current May election is all subterfuge. I think it's all subterfuge, to be honest with you, because way too much is being made over these fucking elections, if I'm honest. Why? Why? Is it a really bad attempt at saying people aren't good enough patriots? I don't know. When faced with stupidity, bullshit often baffles brains, yeah? And I'm baffled. So, you know, there's some things I am baffled with. But it's going to rain now. It's going to rain on me. Just as I took my coat off to start enjoying the sort of springy, summery day. I have a not pyro. I've got a cumulonimbus cloud right over the top of me, waiting to unload. So, cool. But other than that, I see you've got a few new members. I want to say thank you to those. Do you know what? I don't apologise for anything about yesterday. Because I'll tell you something. People used to have that kind of passion all the time. And it is possible to have passion and be rational, you know. You can have both. And yeah, I know what I'm fighting for because I'm here. I'm here. You know? Again, it doesn't mean anybody out there. See, this is the problem. People take it the wrong way. It doesn't mean anybody out the country doesn't have a right. That's a stupid thing to say. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to street level stuff, they don't know. And the thing of it is, it's like, I could make an excuse for Paul actually and say, look, he was only here a couple of years ago, which is fair. Yeah, that's a fair argument to make. But look how much has changed in just 2 years. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just, you know, we just got to be really, really careful. Violence could erupt at any time or no time. People are already looking at this as the summer of violence. Do you know that? Have you seen that around? I have. Yeah, there's people already planning it or preparing for it. So what I'm trying to say is we've got a tinderbox here. And we've got to be really, really careful with how we manage. And if you start managing people, you're going to find that they've had enough of being managed. That's what I'm trying to. The whole message, what I'm trying to get at, is people have had enough of being managed. They've watched the managed decline of their country for the last 40 years. They're sick of being displaced, fucking made poor, having 3 fucking jobs, going to food banks, not having enough electricity, not having enough water, having hosepipe bans after 6 months rain. They're sick to fucking death of it, and they've got to live here. So just like we need somebody else to tell us how much shit we're in. I lived in filth, I've lived in sin, and I still smell cleaner than the shit you're in. So, I know I've got a serious face on today, I know. But I've got some other things on my mind today as well. I'm thinking my house is being done and stuff like that. So I'm kind of checking times of that as well. So if I look overly serious, there's a bit of that as well. I'm just timing things so that I don't, miss certain things being done. Because once they fucked it up, they fucked it up, haven't they? So I've got to make sure my house doesn't, make sure they're not removing the wrong fucking wall or something like that. Come home and find I've got no front door or front of the house. So I've got to keep an eye on that. Anyway, let me catch up with you. I promise you, after today, right, we'll get on to something a bit more productive. Really. I didn't like the fact that people were taking their frustrations out on Vin. It's like, well, why don't you got the balls to come and say it to me? I'm the problem. I'm the one you want to call a divisionist, even though my complaint was against a person who was clearly trying to cause division. So you can call that point 3 of the video. Calling out someone making division and then asking for unity. You can't have both. You can't keep pleading for unity and saying, I'm confused, why aren't we unified? Because you keep disrupting things. Because you keep picking fights. And the funny thing is, you only pick them on the internet because there's not a fucking man you wouldn't back down to a fight to. Let's be honest. They could be 3'5", you'd still back down. So why do we do this internet hardman shit? I just don't understand it. What's the point? What does it prove? It proves nothing. It proves that we can all behave suboptimally on the internet. That's all it proves. Really. Like people making threats and that. All that proves to me is, that you're a really intimidating person. No, it proves to me that you shouldn't be on the internet because you are suboptimal when you use it. Tell me you're going to what? To me? Know who you are? What are you going to do to me? Suboptimal. All because I dared to clap back. I won't have it. Fuck, do you know what? It's one of those days. To take everything off, it's going to be too cold. But having everything, it's one of those. It's just in between. And going, I can't be too long because, like I said, I've got to get back. But yeah, like I say, we will get on to better and brighter things. Yeah, that even when I made those videos yesterday, I knew before I made the first one, this is not going to be a Paul Thorpe fest. Like, literally, it's not going to be, because he's not important enough. At the end of the day, what I need to remind myself is he's just a fucking YouTuber. He's a nobody. He's been in politics for 2 years. He effectively is a nobody. Nobody really regards him with that much respect, except as viewers. The other people, they might say a couple of nice things about him, but my overall points, because that sounds a bit catty, but my overall point being is that he's just a YouTuber with a channel much bigger than his actual viewership. So I shouldn't be giving him the time and energy, that's true. And I won't be, and I do need to move on. Because there are, as I said in a video when we did make peace, there are far bigger threats to this country than Paul Thorpe. True. And that is where I wish to move to. In a sensible and calm manner. Like I say, the only reason I've made this today is to take flack off other people who don't deserve it. Otherwise I wouldn't be talking about this now. I've already said what I needed to say. But people like to shoot at innocent targets rather than come to the one that they should be. So here I am. Sorry, just trying to catch up where we were. Oh, you've pushed me. Look at this. See, I'm the one who's being dramatic, right? Look at this person. You guys have pushed me back to Thorpe as you are being a soft lad. You pushed me back to him. Pushed me back to him. That person was already watching Paul, and probably, well, I don't. What am I saying? Probably. It's just an excuse. Like, who's being dramatic now? You've pushed me to Paul. What? Because I made one video, 2 actually, where I actually have my own opinion about him calling people out. So that's dramatic, and you want to go. hope the door don't hit you on the back of the fucking head, yeah? I really hope it don't. Because I respect all the people that watch me, but if you're going to come out and say something stupid like that, after calling me a drama queen, you really need to think about it. Because where's the drama coming from now? Oh, you want to be the most seen person in chat, do you? You want to be the most seen person in chat? Is that what it's for? I get called pathetic for things like that, guys. So that's why I don't do it. I will. Watching this is convincing me to vote green. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off, you liar. I tell you what a fucking troll. What a fucking troll. If you really didn't want to vote Greens, then there's nothing, nobody could say to you to change your fucking mind. You either know what they stand for or you don't. So don't talk horseshit amongst a bunch of people in this chat that know their politics. Because they'll know a blagger when they see one. Fuck off. Get fucked. Fuck off out the chat, you absolute lying moron. Fuck off. I can't stand people like that. That is proper old style virtue signalling, trying to get attention, trying to be the most important person in the chat. Is fucking embarrassing. Fuck off. That's so embarrassing. Oh, you're making me want to vote the Green Party. Oh, please don't. Please. You fucking moron. Oh my God. This is comedy, it is, but you're still here. You're still here watching. You're still here watching. Still here commenting a lot as well. And if you ever see the other thing that's going on at the moment is you see that Restore, people are trying to nerf Restore and make them an also-ran party. You see a lot of that going on at the moment as well, and I think that's part of the manoeuvring that's going on. I'm not exactly sure, but you can see it happening. That's the manoeuvre they're trying to make. They're trying to make it another right-wing party as opposed to the right-wing party. This is interesting. I'm ranting about cunts like you, mate. It's funny, it's childish, but there you are still commenting. Oh no, sorry, that's a wrong person, sorry. Weak men create hard times. That's got to come from a woman. That's got to have come from a woman, because it's only women that tell men how they should be. It's only a woman that tells a man what a man is, because men don't tell men what men are. My dad once told me a long time ago, any woman tells you you're not a man, then just remind them you'll always be a lot more man than they'll ever be. Yeah, I agree with you, Capricorn. Yeah, you can see it as well, right? That whole shift. They are going to push us to reform. There's a big shift going on. They realise what's going on, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to make it the binary choice. So we've had a binary choice. It's really the uni party anyway, right? We've had a binary choice for years. So what are they doing now? They're trying to give us that binary choice again. Instead of having these different parties to vote for, instead of having these different options, I'm talking about general elections here, instead of having all these different options, they're trying to set things up to boost the Reform Party now, because they know that the Reform Party will be the continuation of the status quo. Europe's going right, so it makes more sense for them to have a centre candidate in. And if they get the Greens in, oh well. But that might be the only conflict with getting the Greens in, by the way, is Europe, the way Europe's turning. That's going to be interesting to see what this country does, because Europe's been trying to push this country to go left. This country's gone further left than Europe has, and Europe's turning right. It's going to be very interesting to see what comes up. Oh, sorry, we're not looking at the bigger picture, are we? We're just looking at the May 7th election. Sorry, I forgot about that. We don't look at the bigger picture here. So yeah, there's some serious shit on the horizon. I don't know which way it's going to go. Nobody does. Nobody does. Is that Anglo-Saxon? Is that Alfie Anglo-Sax? I can't tell. Shout out to Gobster, to Lee Patriot, Green Arrow, Vindicator, Danny Unfiltered. I always forget some, don't I? Every time. I said it, I'd get a list, didn't I? Sorry. I will. Just shout out to all the creators out there that are trying to get a leg up. I know how hard it is. Don't stop, guys. Keep going. And just let truth be your guide. You don't need a team. You don't need people going on singing from the same hymn sheet. That's not unity, it's conformity. There's a difference. And if people can't tell the difference between identity politics and what we were standing for 5 years ago, people now on our side now believe in hate speech. They didn't 5 years ago. Now believe in all this shit. They didn't 5 years ago. So stop. Stop, stay. You don't realise that the left is getting their vernacular, their lexicon, whatever you want to call it, into our heads, into our mouths. I'm seeing right-wing people talking about hate speech being a real thing. Oh yeah, you know, we should have hate speech laws. Really? Because that was a leftist idea, that we said there was no such thing as hate speech. Now you're all into the hate speech laws. So the left won then. They won. How many other things are creeping into our minds? Like identity politics, which I've had so many people recently say, what's wrong with it? They call it collectivism, whatever. The point being is it's growing. And it's a communal way of not thinking for yourself. Yes, the downside of being individuals is that you can argue more, get less done sometimes. True. Ooh, go. But generally, I think when most people are fighting for things they truly believe in, and if they truly care, then they're gonna figure something out. It's why these wars on YouTube are pretty pointless, because until you're sat in a room with someone across the table, and and guys will understand this more, but even some guys will not understand at first. So please listen to what I'm saying. There's an underlying threat of violence there all the time between guys. Guys know this, most of them that are switched on. It's always there. And the good thing about that is that when guys are forced to sit at a table and talk, more good stuff comes out than bad at the end of it, generally speaking, unless they really cannot get on. And yeah, next time I probably will ignore it, but I don't have to ignore somebody attempting to bully me. I'm going to smack them straight in the fucking mouth, metaphorically, because that's my right, and it'll always be my right. And the fact of it is, how many people out there, right, and again, I forgive the people that I know are already critical thinkers, everything else, but how many people out there are just picking sides, picking who they know? How many people out there don't even know that their brain has made a subconscious choice to pick a side before they've even seen a video? They won't accept that. They'll say, oh, no, I watched the video, I made my own mind up. No, your mind was made well before you even watched it. Your mind was made up weeks ago, and you won't change it for shit. But I'll tell you something. For a guy that's so wrong, didn't see too many people going against me on my video. So a lot of people are actually supporting me. For a tiny little channel like mine, that's unusual, unless maybe I was over the truth. Because one thing people know about me is I don't just randomly bullshit about people, I don't make stuff up about people, and I certainly don't have a go at people for the sake of it. It's not really my thing. If I have done that, which I have done occasionally, I've apologised. Because it's not the right thing to do. And that's what people really don't know how to contend with me. It's like, oh fuck, doesn't really do that bullshit thing, so saying bullshit is a little bit more difficult with Tom. It's not my problem. It's for other people to work out, and they are working it out. Just lie anyway. Hope it sticks. Or threaten me. I'm not voting reform, my locals was last year. Okay. However, after the 8th, my mission is restore from grassroots and to join the destruction of the Greens. Fair play. Yeah, and I think this is what I was trying to say. I think a lot of people, no matter how much any of us go on and on and on, are not going to be voting in the local elections. I think we're going to get smashed. I could be totally wrong. It's a guess. It's just a guess. And I don't think how much nagging you do, again, this is another case of do you really think people are making their minds up now? Or do you not think that decision was made subconsciously a long time ago? And they can tell themselves all they want today that they're going to go and vote reform. But when they walk into the booths, they'll do whatever they want. That's if they even walk there at all. That's just people. You can't control that. There's no point trying. All you can do is offer, suggest. But at the end of the day, none of us knows. None of us. And I mean, zero. Nobody knows what's the right thing to do in any situation, really. Like, we're in the shit in this country. No one knows what's right. I think that's what bugs me most of all. I've always told you since I started 8 years ago, anybody, doesn't matter who they are, Gandhi, fucking Jesus, anybody who says, I've got all the answers, you don't need to look anywhere else but me, I've got all the answers. Anybody that has that about them, steer fucking clear. Because nobody has all the answers, therefore you already know you've been lied to immediately. That's what I do. If someone says I've got all the answers, I say, what are you selling? Because they're usually selling something. Hello, mate. Hello, Stefan. Good to see you, buddy. Saxon 4, it is you, buddy. It is you. You haven't lost another channel, man. Shout out to Lee Mead. Way. Yeah, and that's the thing. So you say you watch all of us, and that's cool. I like that. I don't want people to feel like they've got to go Paul 4, Paul me, or that's silly. I know people. I talk to people. This is another thing that's frustrating. I talk to people every day, and you don't realise, like, well, you wouldn't, would you? It's not your job to realise. My point being is, I talk to people every single day, and God, the amount of people I speak to who watch Paul 4 on a regular basis. Do you think we fall out? I've fallen out with one person. One. The rest of us don't fall out. Because unlike certain people, who I won't name, we don't do guilt by association, or you're friends with him so you can't be friends with me, and all this silly bollocks. And I'm the same with people, watching my channel, whatever. If you like Paul Thorpe, why would I have an issue with that? Like, me having an issue with that would be like some jealous, weird boyfriend. Do you know what I mean? That's weird. That's weird. Yeah, like, you should be able to watch what channels you want, enjoy what channels you want. That's the point. They're called channels for a reason, so you can swap. It's supposed to be about what you want. So, yeah, there's so much that's just so silly. It's so silly, and people call me dramatic, but they don't realise the silliness that's going on, that they perpetuate. That was good. Sue, here. Sue, 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 3 times. Sue, 4 times. Sue, 5 times. Here, 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 here. Stop, down, dead, 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 dead. Good. So. Sorry about that.
No, don't worry. He's a bit of a
Stay.
Jekyll and Hyde. 1 minute he'll be fine with the dog, and another minute he's not.
The thing is, I don't let her do that because she goes over, and then as soon as the dog shows an interest, she runs the other way. And because she did the other day straight into a road, so I don't let her go and see him unless the owner says it's okay, and until she's settled.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I mean, most of the time he's fine, but occasionally
Stay.
he just, I mean, he probably wants
Stay.
to play with her, but it's just a case of I don't know.
No, it's fair enough, and she's too much of a wimp. So like I said, she'll run from here straight over the road because she gets, and it's like, so that's why I stop her from doing it, because she's not got the bottle to back it up.
He's obedient.
True.
Very obedient.
Well, we worked hard with her, but she good. To be honest, she made it easy for me. She did. Have a good one. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yeah, right, so that wasn't really the live stream I was planning on. I actually had some other things to talk about, but it's the way it goes, isn't it? When these things are on your mind, you're bound to talk about them. I always talk about what's on my mind. And it's kind of the last thing. It wouldn't have been really on my mind if it hadn't have been for Vin's video this morning. Just the way I saw some people reacting to it. You tossers. So, yeah, so I'm sorry to bring, this is the only thing I'm sorry for, is bringing it up again today. Because that's the one thing I thought was too much and I didn't want to do. Like I say, you know, I just I didn't want the fire directed into the wrong place. I didn't think that was fair. Super J. Yeah, that's right, you've got to hit both sides. And that's the thing, like, a political argument, it's fine. It's fine. You know, calling out the YouTubers because you don't think they're making the content that you want them to make. The fuck do you think you are? You know? So, excuse me. Don't get me wrong, just that one little insult alone wouldn't have done it. You know, I think most people know me better than that. It's just he's been stacking them up, so. But I think Capricorn is a reflection of how a lot of people are feeling, and this is what I was trying to say in my video yesterday, is that I fear that a lot of people just won't go out and vote for these because they're thinking about general election. But I think that the reform people are thinking, let's get people in seats now because that will make it easier for a general election. Well, that's what I think they're doing, honestly. Yeah, like I say, go and have a look at Andy the Gabby Cabby's post and things like that. Make up your own mind. Critical think. And have a look deeper into it than I can tell you about on here. But it's worth looking at. Ask him in his comments, like, who approached you, how much, what, you know, and had the chance to yet. Ask. Lie about something like that. These are important questions, because why now? I mean, obviously elections, but I mean, why now? And it's not the first dodgy deals I've heard of reform in the last 2 years, and that's why it all rings too many bells. And as Capricorn said about GB News, they're manoeuvring. They're trying to give you another type of uni party. They're trying to give you the new Conservatives, maybe versus the new Labour. Really, further right. Well, it should be further right and further left if it was restored. But what you've got actually is centre and far left. That's your choices. Centre and far left. See, this person is, it's Sheila Miller, right? She said, Paul, don't agree with everything everyone says, just want a safe country for our kids and grandkids. Well, what is wrong with that, what she's just said there? See? She's the grown up in the room. She's the grown up in the room. All those people making silly, snarky comments, you couldn't have said anything like as grown up as that, could you? Because it would have been beyond. Yeah. And that's why I'm on this end of the camera, and those people, those haters, they're on the end that they're on, because they don't know how to deal with people, evidently. Which is why, you know, there's some of you out there, not that I would encourage doing this, because it sucks. No, that's not true. Sometimes it's really fun, sometimes it's not. But I definitely think there's some of you out there, I won't name because it embarrass you or whatever, but some of you out there, they've got more ability than you think, and like, you talk up to people as though they're better than you, and it's like, and I don't mean him, I'm talking about other people, and it's like, there's some of you out there, like, have got more knowledge and talent than some of the people that are talking, and it's not just about knowledge, but you've got more knowledge and talent than some of the people that are talking to you. Like, some of you, if you've got the time, because it does take a lot of time, should consider it. Should consider starting up a channel or whatever, having your own opinions out there. Some of you got some amazing opinions. Some of you got some real good stuff to contribute. You know, I've seen some really good arguments for so much recently. Whether it be walk and talks like this, whether we've been doing the live streams in the bunker, whatever. You know, you guys have come up with some pretty amazing stuff. And there's just a few of you out there that, again, I don't know if you've got the time, maybe you don't. If you do, you should consider it, you know. It's hard. It is hard. But you don't need to go out to demos or face danger all the time and that to be a good channel. You can just commentary, you can cover things. But some of the insights I get from people are fantastic, and I think, Jesus, that person should really have their own channel. They're that good. They're that good. Buffering. Could be. Oh, is it alright now? Is it okay now? Hey Vin, good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Hey Vin. My man Vin in the house. See, like I said earlier on, you know, you got, speaking of Vin, definitely on my back. I won't be bullied and poked, and I will not choose sides. I choose the side of the truth, wherever I can find it. If that pisses people off, I don't care. I have to be, otherwise there's no point in me being here. And that's something that everybody's just gonna have to accept. You can come, you can leave. Obviously, you know, I want to grow the channel, I want people to be involved, but if our worldviews don't align, then there's no point. There's no point, and I wouldn't want, you know, I wouldn't want to force people through my content, but at the same time, like, if you're just like me and you feel lost in all this, you know, you're trying to work things out, you know you've got knowledge, but so many of us don't want it, but we can see it happening quicker than anything. So, as I said, the only thing I've done wrong is making this video today, for the simple fact that those are the issues that we should be dealing with. Because it is a tinderbox, you know? It really is. But that's also why I'm saying you should be careful how much pressure you put on people when you're not here to fill the mood. Because I've seen people saying, not just, I'm not voting Restore, but fuck Restore with such a venom. Like, again, you're pushing people in a corner. And sooner or later, they're going to come out of that corner swinging. And they'll be just the wrong type of people, whether it be the far right or somebody else. They'll be just the wrong people we don't need. It won't be me. It won't be me. But people need to be really thoughtful about that, you know. At the moment, inciting violence could be as simple as fucking offering a Mars bar to a Jew and not a fucking Muslim. Honestly, we are in a strange time. We're in a strange time. So, yeah, the only thing I can say to you is just fucking look after each other. That's the biggest thing. I don't give a fuck who you vote for. And anybody thinking that I don't want you to think for yourselves is a complete divvy. Because it's literally the biggest message that I have given is think for yourselves, critically think, make up your own minds. Don't let anybody make your mind up for you. So for anybody to come on and then say, oh, you don't want people to make up their own mind, divvy, yeah? Oh no! Everybody's getting the channels nuked again. Did so much work, that's why so much has been going wrong. They're reshaping YouTube to fit a big screen. And that means a lot of things, and a lot of rules, a lot of regulations. No, you didn't speak out of turn at all. There's that, like Truth. No, you didn't speak out of turn at all. You spoke your mind, and you spoke it in a way that was courteous, polite, and you had an argument, and you made again, like Truth. You were gracious. You were gracious. You were honest. You gave your honest opinion, and you didn't feel the need to insult. No, I thought you were somebody to be looked up to. If I'm totally honest with you, somebody to be admired. When I compare it to some of the other comments, especially. So no, thank you for being an inspiration during a time of nuttiness. Channel being nuked normally means that someone's channel is closed, gone down the chute for whatever reasons that they lie about, or might actually be telling the truth about. Depends. Some people will say their channel's gone down the chute, then it reappears 3 days later because they're lying. Other times it's because YouTube have given them 3 strikes are out, or something like that. It's like my channel wasn't officially nuked, but it was nuked in terms of shadow banning, stuff like that. So there's different ways of nuking your channel as well, but usually it means just literally what it sounds like: they've destroyed your channel. Sorry. Okay, probably should get out of this garden, shouldn't I? I'll tell you what, you got no idea the amount of fucking hoops I got to jump through just to be able to talk to you. Honestly, and I say that seriously. You know, there's so much to hold back out of a sense of decency that nobody knows is there.